Okay, welcome to this video. We're going to be looking today at addition and subtraction strategies. Okay, a lot of these things you might have seen before, so I'm going to go through it reasonably quickly. And remember, with these videos, you can pause at any time, go back over something, watch it again later. Okay, so our learning goal is still wherein this students will be able to solve problems involving comparison, addition, and subtraction of integers. I will be able to, so there's things you want to be able to do, which is to use the associative and commutative laws, you'll see what they are in a minute, to perform operations and apply different strategies to aid in calculation. Okay, right, a couple of key ideas for us to look at. So, firstly, unsurprisingly, the symbol plus sign thing shows the operation addition. Now I'm going to be referring to these as operators and operations because I really want to use the proper mathematical terminology so you don't have to learn the real words for it later on in your maths career. So the addition means that we get two numbers and we sum them together. So this operator tells us that we are adding these two numbers together. 2 plus another 3 is 5. Ta-da! Right, the symbol, this little dash, the minus symbol, shows the operation subtraction, okay? And so that's where we take away a value. It shows the difference between two numbers, okay? So maybe 7 take 2 is also 5, okay? Right, as I said before, these symbols are called operators, okay? They tell you to do something. Okay, there's heaps more operators in the world of maths. You've got square root operators. You have summation operators. There are product operators. There are integral operators. There are differentiation operators. All sorts of stuff. Okay, they're just telling you to do a mathematical operation. Okay. Right, addition follows something called the commutative law. Okay, what the commutative law means is that we can move around the numbers without having any issues with it. Okay, it just means that we can take a number, move it somewhere else, and it doesn't change the value at all. Okay, we can see this by the fact that 4 plus 3 is equal to 7, and we can switch these around. 3 plus 4 is equal to 7 as well, okay, which means that commutative law means you can rearrange the numbers and it doesn't change the value at all. Okay, subtraction, however, generally does not. Okay, so let's look at this. 4 minus 3 is equal to 1, right? However, 3 minus 4 is equal to negative 1. Okay, so this tells us that 4 minus 3 is not the same as 3 minus 4. Okay, so you can't switch subtraction around. Okay, right. Addition also follows something called the associative law, which is fairly similar. And as I've said sort of before, these ones, these laws we're looking at here, they're probably dirt sort of laws for you. You've probably seen them or used them without even thinking about it. Okay, the associative law means we can add things in any order. Okay, so if I had 2 plus 3 plus 4, I can either add the 2 and the 3 together first and get 5 plus 4, then add that and get 9, or I can go 2 plus 3 plus 4, and I can add the 3 and 4 together first and get 2 plus 7, and still get 9. Okay, so it doesn't matter if I add together the 2 or the 3 first, or the 3 and the 4. Okay, that's what the associative law means. Okay, right, we've got a couple of strategies we can use. The partitioning one is possibly the one that's most familiar to you. This means where we get our numbers and we break them up into their different place values and then add them together and then sort of combine them. Okay, so if I was to get 623 plus 56, okay, I can have that as, so there's 600 there, there's no hundreds in this number, so it's just 600 by itself. Right, now we move down to the tens, so 2, we have 2 here, and a 5, so that means I have 20 plus 50, okay, plus, now I've done my tens, now I move on to my units, 3 plus 6. Now we're going to group those together. 20 plus 50, 3 plus 6. Okay, it doesn't matter what order we add them in, remember, because associative law says that we can do whatever we want with that. Okay, so I've got 600 plus 20 plus 50 is 70, plus 3 plus 6 is 9, so I get 679. Okay, so a lot of you probably looked at that and said, well, that's sort of the way I do it anyway. Okay, that's fine. That's a good way to go about it, and you're going to see that happening more in the addition algorithm in the next video anyway. Okay. Next one, compensating. Okay, so this one works really well when you've got a number like 29 that is really close to 30. Okay, so we can say to ourselves, well, I can sort of break this 29 up. There's nothing saying I have to use 29. So I'm going to go, right, to get to 30, I've got to add 1 to 29. So if I go 47 plus 30, to get back to this 29, I would have to subtract 1. Okay, so this sort of makes it a little bit easier. Sometimes adding numbers with a 9 and it doesn't work so well for you. There's a lot of carrying and stuff to do in your mind. So breaking up like this could make things easier. So 47 plus 30 is 77 minus 1, and I end up with 76. Okay, so that's the compensation way. Works really well when one number is really close to a value, a multiple of 10. Right, doubling or halving. So this one's sort of interesting in the way that it works. So with 34 and 37, you can kind of see that they're really close to being exactly the same number. So the 34 plus 37, I can rewrite that as 34 plus 34 plus 3. Okay, because 34 plus 3 is our 37 here. Okay, and the way this one works is it's kind of easy to double a number and then add a little bit on rather than add that extra number, so the 37. So 34 plus 34, you should hopefully be able to see that straight away as 68. Plus 3 is 71. Okay, so that's the doubling strategy. Okay, with the halving one, it's a little bit more interesting. You can kind of see that 86 is really close to, 41 is really close to what half of 86 is. Okay, so what we can do with that is that we can go that 86, we can halve that up, and we will get 43 plus 43 makes up our 86 minus our 41. Okay, and so that gets me 43 minus 41 will be 2, and so I end up with 43 plus 2 is 45. And we're done. That's how we did the doubling and halving strategy. Now, there's no hard and fast rules of why or when you should use these. It's just really if you are having difficulty with something or some quick mental strategies, there's some of the things that you can go to. So you'll have a chance to practice some of those in the exercises. So thanks for watching.